up, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-host, John Luke Garofalo. And today we are joined by a very special guest. He's the founder and a co-host over at Familia FFB, Jorge Martin. We're excited to have you on today. What's up, man?
Bienvenidos. Salud, boys. Salud. Thank you so much for having me. Gracias. I mean, this is awesome. This is a blast.
We're excited to bring you on to play some Pole Perception today. Guys, I'm just going to say now at the beginning, if you don't follow Jorge over on Twitter and Familia FFB as well, make sure you go do that. He's on Twitter at Jorge Martin 17, and Familia FFB is at Familia FFB, and you can also find them at familiaffb.com.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone not following you is missing out already. We got people. We got people in the chat. J-Wall says, you already know what time it is. What's up, J-Wall? Welcome in. And Anthony said, Pole Perception Tuesday LFG. Let's flip and go. Or maybe he's promoting the new movie about the U.S. women's national soccer team called LFG.
Yes.
Well, probably that's what he's doing.
That's probably what he's doing. It looks awesome. I haven't watched it yet, though. I don't even know if it's out. Anthony says, J-Wall, why haven't you liked the video yet? Yeah, come on, J-Wall. Step up your game.
J-Wall.
Yeah, J-Wall. What's up, Jordan? Welcome. And he said, hey, boys, just got out of my meeting with Brett and Steven, and it was awesome. Thanks, Simon and JL. Nice. I hope that went well. Jordan, our DFS expert, might be getting hooked up with some other stuff. And Jordan said, also, Jorge is my hero.
Oh,
mine too, Jordan.
Oh, my God. Jordan's going to be my hero during a football season for every week.
Making us all money.
Make me money.
That would be really funny if we all just followed Jordan's picks and all of a sudden there's just like this cash influx into fantasy Twitter, like specific. All of a sudden you see everyone
alive.
Everyone's like quality of photos is going up. Like suddenly, like no one's posting like the FF Fit Club is now like they've got like these serious home gyms. Everyone's just like
everyone's on that 1080 StreamYard.
Yeah,
$50 a month.
Premium subscription.
The Pelotons and everything.
Jordan's buying Pelotons for everyone.
Streaming while they're Pelotoning. Starts and sits for the week.
And what's up, Jay? Says, what up, Front Yard fam? We got Cal in here. Said, what up, fellas? Glad to have you in here. And Spicy McNutt back. Yo. What's up, Spicy? Anthony said, is anyone else watching Euro Cup or just me? I've been watching every game except for the 1 hour of the games that occurs during our stream every day. But outside of that, I've been watching. Have you guys been following at all?
I have not.
I'm on the U.S. women's national team. My kids are huge fans, so they're all soccer players. So I'm going to be on them.
Okay, so you're waiting for the Women's World Cup. That's coming up, though.
Olympics, baby. Olympics.
Oh, yeah. And the Olympics. Yeah, I'm so excited for the Olympics. What's your favorite like fringe Olympic sport to watch? Like not one of the main ones.
Oh God. It's handball got me last time. There was a match. I think it was like semifinal to the gold medal, and I just like tuned in, just nothing else to watch, and it went to overtime, and it just hooked me, and I'm like, this is not like what we played when we were kids. So, with the big red ball, you're hitting it on the ground. It's like, no, this is much different. But
it's a different game entirely. Yeah,
absolutely.
Handball. I remember watching handball in the last Olympics, just absolutely got me going. I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's just like the spectacle of the Olympics. I always love archery, and no pun intended. It's just so tense, like waiting for the arrow to release. There's like I can hardly think of more tense sports moments than like that moment where you're just waiting for them to release the arrow. Like it's so much fun to watch.
Oh my God, it's like. It's like you're trying to hit a putt on the 18th green with the whole tournament on there, and it's every shot. And they're so meticulous, so precise. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Jay said Winter Olympics, but he loves curling, and Josh said he loves curling.
I was gonna say curling too, but I didn't know if that's like too mainstream. Is that considered a fringe one?
I guess it's probably considered fringe, but they won't be playing that this Olympics, unfortunately. J-Wall said gymnastics. That is not fringe, J-Wall.
That is like the main thing.
Yeah, that's like the number one thing.
Yeah. Gymnastics and the 100-yard dash. Those are the things.
Spicy said water polo is nuts. Water polo is absolutely nuts in the Olympics as well. And Josh said, I haven't pooped since Friday, by the way. That's his
Strange
favorite
Olympics
fringe
fun
Olympic
fact.
sports. Yeah.
Damn.
That is a fun Olympics. I
Working
thought
a
I read
salad,
somewhere.
Josh.
I thought I read somewhere they were
fiber.
adding breakdancing to the Olympics. I don't know if it's this one or a
Oh, my
future one,
goodness.
but I'm pretty sure breakdancing is coming to the Olympics as an
Pretty
Olympic
sure it
sport.
will be my favorite fringe one.
and I am only watching breakdancing. Little did you know, I'm the world's biggest breakdancing fan as of this Olympics. Okay, guys, today, Jorge, we brought you here to play some poll perception. John Luke prepared the polls. It's going to be me versus you, head to head, one-on-one. It's been a while since we've mano. We are going to go for it. Before we do that, though, guys, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, we're on YouTube at Front Yard Fantasy. Hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to us, and you can make sure you never miss another one of these streams again. And without further ado, John Luke, I'll explain the rules and then pass it off to you. How this game works is JL found a collection of polls online, Twitter, Reddit, various sources. Most of them going to be about fantasy or NFL, unless he decided to get cute and mix something else in there today. How it's going to work is he's going to propose one of the polls to me. I will have to guess what percentage of people chose side A in that poll. So it could be side A, DeAndre Hopkins, side B, Saquon Barkley. And I would say 50% of people chose DeAndre Hopkins. JL will then have Jorge guess whether the real answer is over or under my guess. I'll get points the closer I am to the actual number. Jorge, you'll get points if you correctly guess the over under. We'll do 6 rounds like that. Are we doing 6 like that, John Luke?
Yep.
We'll do 6 rounds like that, each of us answering 3 different polls. And then we'll go into the 7th round where both of us guess a number. Whoever's closest gets 5 points, unless you nail it exactly, and you get 10. Whoever's got more points at the end of 7 rounds is the winner.
Oh, yeah. Vámonos. Let's do it.
Let's go.
This is fun. This is going to be a blast.
J-Will said I've pooped probably 30 times since Friday. Jay said Simon has 30 times today. Do you have a camera set up in my house or something, Jay?
Yeah,
and Josh said, I envy the hell out of J-Wall. And Josh said, I envy the hell. Oh, wait. And J-Wall said, I envy Simon.
This is so weird.
You know what? It gets old.
So weird.
It gets old. It gets
old
you know?
real quick.
It gets old real
60% of your life on the toilet.
Yeah.
It's not as glamorous as you think.
Anthony said, how do I get FYF gear? I can send you a face mask. That's all the extra FYF gear I have at the house. If you send me your address, it's
a face mask.
Yeah. Have I never sent you a face mask? I got them for Christmas. I got like 15 of them.
Oh, from your sister.
Yeah, they smelled rank when they came out of the package. So I had to like air them out. I don't know what chemical they put on those, but ooh, they were stinky.
I hope they're washable. I hope they weren't paper and that they're washable.
No, I've just been wearing them stanky. It helps mask my breath. I can just tell everyone, no, it's just a mask. I'm so sorry. Guys, are you ready to play some poll perception?
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
John Luke, who's going first?
All right, Jorge, you are up first in this game. Leading off. Got a good one for you here. All right. You ready for your first poll?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here it is. Would you rather roster in PPR Dynasty? Who would you rather roster in PPR Dynasty League? DeAndre Swift or Calvin Ridley? What percentage of the public chose DeAndre Swift?
Ooh.
I am going to say 28%.
28%.
Yeah, I think.
Right.
Yeah, they're similar in age. I think Ridley might be a year older, but receivers, I mean, he's starting his prime, and DeAndre Swift has maybe 2-3 years. So that's what I'm thinking.
All right, 28%. Good guess. Simon, it's the actual percentage, over or under 28%?
I think that's a good guess. I definitely think the Calvin Ridley side wins this. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how many are going to grab DeAndre Swift. If this was a couple months ago, I feel like the hype for Swift, I was seeing him drafted as high as like the 4th running back off the board in dynasty leagues, but that's kind of simmered down a bit. I'll say higher, but I think it's just by a little bit, somewhere in like the low 30s, but I'll say over.
All right, taking the over, locked in.
Troy King in here saying, Jorge.
TK, Mo, my friend, mi amigo, ¿cómo estás?
What's up, Troy? We also got some good guesses in here. Anthony with 46%, Jay with 18%, and Jay Wall 36%.
Ooh, all over the
Good
place.
guesses.
Myriad.
Good guesses. Well, the actual percentage that took
Come
DeAndre
on.
Swift over Calvin Ridley is 35%.
Oh,
Jorge's pretty good. Pretty good. You were 7 percentage points away, which gives you 3 points. Simon, you unfortunately correctly guessed the over, so you get 2 points.
Are you gonna try to rig this against me? That seems like collusion off the start.
I don't know. Josh with the late guess here of 37%. Nice try, cheater.
My first instinct was go like to our 33%, but I really thought the longevity of a wide receiver's career over a running back would win out in the end. So
yeah.
I completely agree with you, but I also think there's a running back obsession in a lot of Twitter, even on Dynasty, where some people are just like, there's this idea that wide receiver's so deep, you don't need one of the top tier guys. You can piece it together with like some of these back end, like wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3s that have all this upside in the world, and then focus on your running backs. But I disagree with that strategy of building a dynasty team.
Yeah.
And isn't DeAndre Swift so polarizing this year? It's initially, I think, right around the draft, when they went Penei Sewell, everybody was like happy with him and excited. Yep. And then, a couple of comments from Anthony Lynn, and now people are jumping off the bandwagon like crazy. It's
completely shifted throughout the offseason.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. It's been interesting watching his value change over the offseason when really not too much has changed for him. Just the perception changing around him.
And I love the pass catching ability on him. I love that. I think we had Jared Goff out here in LA. So, I mean, he made Todd Gurley RB1 back-to-back years. And I mean, he didn't use Cam Akers that much that way last year, but he's going to throw the ball. That's why I think it's going to be wheels up for him and also TJ Hawkinson.
I was going to say, where else is he going to throw the ball besides TJ Hawkinson and then dump off to Swift? Like I truly don't know where that ball's going to go. It has to go somewhere. And Swift seems like the primary beneficiary, him and TJ Hawkinson. I completely agree.
No, that's
all that being said, I still take Ridley over Swift in a dynasty league.
Yeah. Jay Wall with 36%, which is pretty close. Pretty close, just 1 percentage point off. Josh trying to guard his honor here. He sent that earlier. Jay saying he agrees with you. Let's see.
Jay.
Anthony said the rest of his will be 20% off. That was Jay Wall. Anthony too, though.
Anthony said it's going to go to the CBs.
Yeah, it's going to go to the CBs.
That's fair.
All right, Simon, you ready for your poll?
I'm ready. I was ready. I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to say I was born ready, but then I changed my mind.
I was ready sometime before.
I'm not ready, JL.
All right, here's your poll. Which side would you rather have in Dynasty? Justin Herbert or Tua Tagovailoa plus 2023 first? What percentage of the public chose Justin Herbert?
Well, this is a very interesting poll. This is Herbert's obviously the most valuable piece in this trade by far. A lot of people are down on Tua, but he was still a high draft capital quarterback drafted to the Dolphins. He's only been in that system for a year, and it was a weird offseason, so I think some people are giving him a chance. And then that 23 first, who knows? It could even be Justin Herbert or something similar.
He's going again?
No, I'm just saying it's like the
next one.
It's like the Family Guy sketch where he's like, you can have a boat or you can have a box number 2. And he's like, box number 2 could be anything, even a boat. You know what? I think people are still going to be on the Herbert side of this, but man, that first makes it really close. I think if this was a 2022 first, I might be a little bit more on the Tua plus pick side, but I think it's going to be the Herbert side because it's another year out. I'll say 59% side A. Shoot, it might have been high.
59%.
Yeah, lock it in.
All right, locked in. Jorge, you think the actual percentage is over or under 59%?
My thinking on this is, I look at this one. I completely agree. If it were a 2022 pick, it would be much more valuable. I mean, think about it. That's 2 years from now. That's 2 years from 2 months ago. I mean, think about all the stuff that's happened in the last year and a half. So, I can't imagine. I can't imagine waiting 2 years for a pick. Herbert's the real deal. He's phenomenal. They got a great line. They've put everything around him to succeed. They put a big offensive line. They've upgraded there. They've got the receivers. 59% is a great guess. I think it's going to be the low 60s. So I'm saying it's over.
Over. All right.
I think you're right. We'll see.
Right.
I could see like 60. It's kind of like that Price is Right one. It's like you bet $1 more.
A little bit over. Yeah. Some good guesses in the chat. Jay Wall with 49%. Ooh. Joshua Fuster with 63%. Jay with 52%. And Anthony with 68%.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
And then Josh is agreeing with these. Says that 2023 is just a tad too far out from him. That's fair. That's fair. Well, the actual percentage that shows Justin Herbert over Tua Tagovailoa and the 2023 first is 72%.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Sancho is shocked by that.
I know. He's sitting
He's sitting
You can't believe it, can you, Sancho?
No, I thought the 60s, but 72. I mean, I know Herbert's a stud. You know what? I wonder how long after that, those 5 interceptions at minicamp that this poll happened. And so I wonder how that.
So this poll is less than a day old.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
So it's as recent as you can get.
I mean, it's still plenty fresh, but yeah, that's 72. That's awesome.
I still get Simon, some points, right?
You were 13 percentage points away, so you get 1 point. So not many, but 1. And Jorge, you correctly guessed the over/under, which gives you 2 points, my friend. Let me update the score here.
Sancho's just staring at me down here. Just like, come on, man.
My man.
Do better. Just do better, Dad.
I know. He's disappointed in me.
I love the name.
Sancho.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah, Mr. Steal Your Girl down here. Checks out. It's those eyes, man.
The eyes gets him.
Oh man, I couldn't bring Dino in here, so he'd want to take over the show. So he's 85 pounds and thinks he's a lap dog.
I love it. That's basically Rosie when Simon visited me. Just sat in his lap. I love
Rosie. Yeah, that's a good dog. She's so cute.
That's beautiful.
All right,
Sancho started doing. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Sancho started doing this thing recently. Like, if I'm like watching sports and I like damn it or something like that, Sancho like immediately comes over to comfort me. Like if I get upset about sports, within 1 second he's standing right next to me, wagging his tail, like it's okay, Dad. Like you're good. Just
I'm here.
Oh yes, I love it. I love it.
It's a recent thing. Like Euro Cup has brought it out in him. I don't know what it is, but he's a funny guy to watch sports with.
They sense that. They sense that stuff in us, and they just want to be. They think they're helping us. And
I love it.
In a lot of ways, they are.
One of my favorite sports moments ever was the NBA Finals when the Cavs came back and won the series. And if you remember in Game 7, the block, right? LeBron James blocked to seal the game. I was dog sitting 2 Great Danes when that happened. It was just me and the 2 of them. And when the block happened, I jumped up and screamed. And these 2 like 180-pound dogs had no idea what was happening. They just knew we were hyped. And they were like jumping higher than my eyes. Like I'm not sure I've ever been in a more hype crowd than me and 2 Great Danes watching that basketball game. It was wild.
So funny.
I've got a funny dog story and it has to do with fantasy football. It's championship week 2018. And I'm watching Steelers Saints. And I had Antonio Brown, and my team had dug a big hole, but he was on his way to going for 45 points. He was like 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, like 15 receptions. He was just absolutely destroying everybody. And the second touchdown, and I could tell that one put me over. I was watching the game. The dog was in between me, sitting in between me and my wife. The touchdown happened. I was excited. Yeah. And I turned to my wife, high five, and the dog high fived me.
Oh, that's so dope.
It was awesome.
That's not where I thought that was going to go.
God, that's awesome.
Best dog moment ever.
We don't deserve dogs. Dogs are the best.
Yeah.
Oh my
the-
god!
the best.
There's no way Rosie would have reacted quickly enough to that. I would have just like popped her in the face.
Well, I thank my kids for that. They taught him how to high five, and it was absolutely hilarious. And we ended up winning the championship, so it was phenomenal.
That's amazing. I love that.
Great story.
Josh says, "Dude, I was in Jamaica when that happened. So freaking amazing."
Oh, I love that. Oh, oh, and you know what? That's crazy. That was his last huge game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he's still gonna be a bargain this year.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Jorge, you ready for your next bowl?
Yeah, sí, vámonos.
All right, here it is. Who are you drafting first in a rookie draft? Terrace Marshall Jr., Rondell Moore, or Amon-Ra St. Brown? What percentage of the public chose Terrace Marshall Jr.?
Ooh, wow. I'm looking at this. Who's got the best quarterback? It's Rondell Moore. Terrace Marshall is going into a good situation. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a lot of people are talking him up, but he's got that 4th round. I'd feel better about him early. I am going to say for Terrace Marshall, 22%. Clayton Kershaw's number.
22%. All right, Simon, was the actual percentage that voted for Terrace Marshall Jr.?
So I'm doing some maths over here real quick, just trying to lay this out. I think you hit the nail on the head. Like St. Brown's been getting some hype recently, but I think he's definitely 3rd out of this. I'm thinking probably pretty low too, maybe like 10%. I don't see very many people drafting him over both of these other guys. So if we split it evenly, that would be 45-45, the other two. But I think it's going to lean Rondell more than that. So I'll just knock it down a little bit. I think that's still over. I'm going to take the over, but it's close. I think that was a great guess.
All right. All right, good guess. Let's see. We got some guesses here in the chat. 38%.
Wow.
Anthony, 64%.
Woo.
Josh with 36%. And Jay with 37%, presumably.
We don't got one for Jordan?
Nope. No.
Jordan said, I'm not playing this round. He recused himself. Oh,
He did. Scott Fish is playing. He's first.
Oh.
First yet again. Incredible.
Always.
That's like a 100-day streak that you're first in the chat, Scott. Can't believe you've done it yet
He
again.
texted me, didn't respond to the text I had sent him. He just texted me out of the blue yesterday first. And I about spit out my water.
What, like 2 hours after the stream?
Yeah, totally random, but I got me good.
Scott, once again, muchas gracias for the invite to SFB 11. I promise not to suck. So
That's all he cares about.
yeah.
I make
You
no
don't
such.
suck.
I make no such promise.
Yeah.
I might suck.
You knew that when you invited me. You knew what you got yourself into. All right. Well, the actual percentage that chose Terrace Marshall as who they're drafting first in their rookie drafts over Rondell Moore and Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's 51%.
Whoa.
Very high. Very high.
Wow. I thought Moore was going to win this one, like outright.
Yeah. Yes, I was with all the hype around Rondell Moore coming into the draft. I mean, Terrace Marshall's phenomenal, but I just thought Moore was. I thought they would kind of like go 50-50 almost and be almost like a wow, that's incredible. What was Moore's?
So Moore had 38% and Amon-Ra had 11%.
Wow.
Hey, if you would have guessed me to ask Amon-Ra, I would have
10%.
nailed it.
Wow. That Price is
Yeah,
Right.
that's
We were way off on that one.
Yeah, that's a little surprising to me.
Anthony says, "Why would you draft someone 5'2" over Terrace Marshall?" The disrespect.
You get a bonus if it's a 5'2" quarterback throwing to a 5'2" receiver, right?
That's true.
It's
true.
like it's the stack, the height stack.
Yeah.
You got to stack them together to be one normal NFL
They
player.
get on each other's shoulders and they're extra good.
Plus, I think Scott was the one who pointed out that Rondell Moore is, to look at a comp of Rondale Moore at the combine was actually you just look at a squirrel just changing direction like this, every direction. That's Rondale Moore.
Hey, I mean that's a pretty shifty. A squirrel's pretty shifty
guy.
Oh yes,
Josh. I thought Moore was going to win as well. THB. Are you thinking of bagels, Josh? THB is a local bagel place. Josh likes.
Too honest.
TBH. Too honest. B. I like it. All right. Let's see. So for that, unfortunately, Jorge, the 0 points because you were 29 percentage points away. Simon, you did get an additional 2 for correctly guessing the over. So
we are tied up at 5.
Ooh, yes.
Here we go.
Let's see what. These polls have been some tricky ones so far, JL. All of them have been make you thinkers.
Thank you. Josh says, I guess Marshall really profiles as that true number 1 receiver, and Moore definitely does not. I think that certainly has something to do with it. And the fact that he's so talented.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kev. Go ahead.
I was saying Kev's in here with the bird up.
Bird up,
What's
Kev.
up, Kev? Bird up. Also, side note, speaking of bird up, Eric Andre. Have you guys seen the movie Bad Trip with Eric Andre and Tiffany Haddish?
Oh my God, I've got it on my. I've got it to save to watch.
Did you finally watch it?
It looks hilarious.
I finally watched it. It was really, really funny. Like far exceeded my expectations. It was so good.
Told you to watch it like months ago.
It was a little bit trippy to watch because like it's a movie with a real plot, but most of the people in it aren't actors. They're just like getting pranked. And so like you keep having this thing like, are they in on it? Are they not in on it? Like throughout the whole movie, it was just messing with my head the whole time. And then the movie finished and my girlfriend was like, I think all movies should be like that, where like 80% of the people don't know they're in the movie.
Did they have the one where the priest doing the fake exorcist in there?
I don't think that was in this movie.
Okay, because Eric Andre was interviewed on the Rich Eisen show, and he was talking. Okay, so I think he said he was going to release that as separate.
Okay,
because I think they didn't have the rights. I think the priest hadn't. By the time they had to release the movie, he hadn't signed off the rights. Apparently, they called him in for an exorcism, and that this priest walked in, and he was just like, did everything in there and walked out, did a mic drop, and it's like, okay, yeah, I did it. He said he just owned it and walked out the door. Yeah, and he said it was one of the funniest things he'd ever seen. But I think they said they were gonna release it on YouTube later on. So that's
I'm gonna have to look for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I can't imagine that.
All right, Simon, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Tied up in the late innings.
Tied up. Here's your poll. Who would you rather roster in a dynasty league? Trey Lance or Justin Fields?
Oh, wow.
What percentage of the public chose Trey Lance over Justin Fields?
Trey Lance is my 2 behind Trevor Lawrence out of this quarterback class, but I don't know how common of a opinion that is. I think it's actually going to be pretty close, especially with Trey Lance's landing spot being so beneficial to a rookie quarterback coming in. But Justin Fields is in a pretty good spot too, right? That's not a bad spot to be in. That's a highly competitive team just missing a quarterback, and now they're going to plug Justin Fields in there. You know what? I think it's going to be very close, so I'm going to go with the answer that's as close as it can get, and I'm going to say 50%. I'm going to say 50% on the money chose Trey Lance.
All right, 50%. All right, Jorge, was the actual percentage over or under 50%?
So I look at this one, and I'm very tempted to go 50-50. I look at what the possibility is, and all the hype going around these two. Justin Fields, he's going to Nagy. And but there's already talk that Nagy could be on Nagy and the GM could be on the hot seat if they don't at least go to the playoffs this year. And you look over on the other side, Kyle Shanahan's an offensive guru. They got a great offensive line. He's got weapons coming out of his ears. I think it's going to be over, but it's going to be like 52-53% with Lance.
Also, just so you know, Anthony's in here saying Queen Bee Gambit, do it. we had Bonnie, the fantasy queen bee, on here not too long ago, and she decided she didn't want to go over or under. She wanted to go exactly on. So that is now an option. And it will land you 10 points, but we've only had one person brave enough to do that. Or I guess Braves and Bonnie was the one person to decide to do that.
But you get the 10 point. You get the 10 points if you guess it right, right?
Right. So that is basically just like us saying, I'm with you. Either we both get 10 or we both get nothing is what the queen bee rule is.
I'm tempted, but I think it's going to be like 51 or 52.
I thought I could pull you over. I thought I could get you.
Come here, want some candy? Come here.
How cool would it be if it was? I'm just kidding.
Oh, yes. Believe me. Oh,
so you're going to take the over, Jorge?
Slide over.
Slide
Low
over
50s.
on Trey Lance here.
It's a hell of a guess,
right.
though. 50-50 is a hell of a guess.
We had some good guesses in here. Josh is 54%, Jay Wall with 48%, Jay with 45%, Anthony with 52%. Anthony giving you some sage advice. Simon, you should just go 50-50.
Woo!
And then he said, good job. Nailed it.
All right. Well, the actual percentage that chose Trey Lance over Justin Fields is 47%.
Oh!
Simon, you edged them out.
Wow.
So you were 3 percentage points away, which gives you 5 points. Jorge, I'm sorry, none for this round.
That's all good. It's all good. You're
gonna come back. I believe it.
Oh, believe me. No, we're right there. We're right there. Hey, I do my best work in the late stages.
I should have given Simon a harder poll. That one was too easy.
Right. But you know what? That was a hell of a putting it right down the middle, and 47%. That's interesting to be that. I would have thought more people were on the Lance side just because of the overall team.
It kind of feels that way too. Like since the rookie draft, it feels like it's shifted to be a little bit more towards Lance's side.
So I think it has shifted a lot, is what we're seeing. Like I think if you looked at this poll pre-NFL draft, Trey Lance would have been down in like the 15-20% range, and so like that shift up to 47 is a huge shift, and that's probably what we all have felt like in the fantasy space, but maybe it's still just not quite enough to get it over that 50% mark.
So when do you guys think that these guys take over the starting jobs?
I think Trey Lance is in there by week 3.
Ooh.
I think they're both in there in the first quarter of the season.
I could see. I think they both have to play. I know they keep talking about Trey Lance especially, because he didn't play last year. Justin Fields,
all they gave up to get him.
Yeah.
And I love both of their situations. I mean, can you imagine what Justin Fields is going to do for Allen Robinson?
Yeah.
Or Darnell Mooney?
Yep.
I'm excited. I'm happy for Allen Robinson. I hope Fields turns out to be really good just for Allen Robinson's sake. Like that man deserves a good quarterback throwing him the ball after what he's done with Blake Bortles and Mitchell Trubisky, and just it's been a disaster for that man.
It's like the old girlfriend who left you, but who you broke up with, and you're on good terms. It's like, I just want her to be happy.
Yeah.
So I want nice things for Allen Robinson. So.
Yeah. What's up next, John Luke?
We got Jay Wall, both by week 4. Josh, same thing, both by week 4.
I think both by at least their buys. I think I think the Bears have a bye later in the season. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, Lance will play once Jimmy G gets hurt.
And then he said week 2 of the preseason.
Oh, I don't want to laugh at somebody. It's funny, but I don't want to laugh at somebody else's pain.
Yeah. All right.
That is true.
You guys ready for the next poll?
Yeah.
All right. This one is for you, Jorge. Get rid of that one. All right. This is a 12-team half PPR dynasty. What side would you rather have? DeAndre Swift and Jamison Crowder, or Ezekiel Elliott and Jarvis Landry? What percentage of the public chose DeAndre Swift and Jamison Crowder side of this trade?
Wow. Swift is younger than Elliott, but Elliott lately has seemed to have been getting a lot more heat on him. He's You know, a lot of people are even putting him in their top 4. Jamison Crowder is not as sexy as Jarvis Landry. I'm going to say 38%.
38%. All right, Simon, do you think the actual percentage is over or under 38%?
I'm so baffled with this poll because I feel like I could see the outcome being like heavily on either side. Like I can create an argument for either side being the heavy favorite. I'll take over. I'm just taking a bet that maybe a bunch of Swift truthers and Elliott haters got their hands on this poll. I'll take the over. I would personally take the Ezekiel Elliott, Jarvis Landry side, but I think more people will take Swift. Man, I don't know.
All right.
Crowder's so, people are talking about Crowder even being a guy who maybe gets dropped at that, gets cut during camp or something like that, or gets traded.
People I think there's no value in Crowder, like from like a trade perspective. Like there's value in having him on your roster, I think, but from like a trade perspective, there's very little you're going to get in return for trading away Jamison Crowder. I agree with you there.
J-Wall with 53%, and then he goes, I hate this poll. Then I've done my job. Anthony with 48%, Josh with 45%. And then J-Wall said, I think people would prefer the youth and Swift, but no idea. Well, we'll find out here. The actual percentage.
After this commercial break.
After these messages from our sponsors. The actual percentage that chose DeAndre Swift and Jamison Crowder over Zeke and Jarvis Landry is 40%. Jorge, 42 percentage points away.
There.
Yeah,
we're zoning in, Jorge. We are zoning in right now.
You were 2 percentage points away, which gives you 5 points, Simon. Unfortunately, again, you correctly guessed the over-under, which gives you 2 points. Simon, you have not gone around without a single point.
And I
you
think
are
this
cheating.
Is the first time.
I don't
This
think
is the first time ever.
Sancho is feeding him answers.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him back there.
You see him. That's why he keeps coming up. He's Googling it, and then he's coming and telling me.
If he could Google old somehow, that'd be incredible. Teach us, because they're paying to find. Sancho.
My man.
It's a little baby bed. Barely fits on that bed.
Well, there's another one next to it, so he can spread out, but he prefers to just squeeze on that one.
He wants to be on camera. All right, Simon, that brings you up to 12 points. Jorge, you up to 10 points. Still got this game. This game is still in hand. Simon, you have one more poll left before the final poll here.
Yeah.
Ricky Butts in here says, shoot, just got off client call. I'm late, but I'm here.
Oh, gracias.
J-Wall, just in time for J-Wall to leave. Back to work. Jorge, you're the man.
He said, oh shit, Rick's here. I gotta dip out of this chat.
Anthony's like, FYF sold out. I don't know what that means, but it is.
For the commercial. It's because of the commercial break.
I thought he meant like we sold out, like we just sold out Madison Square Garden.
I thought the chat room got sold out.
Yeah, FYF sold out.
We're out of room. Sorry, guys. Standing room only in the chat.
Listen from the streets.
And then Jay says Sancho wants to know when the mock draft review is coming out tomorrow. He's going to watch me record it. Maybe he'll guest appear on it.
All right, let's move on. Next poll. This one is for you, Simon. It's your last poll. It's a weird one. Najee Harris, Darnell Mooney, AJ Green for Saquon Barkley. The poll is this a fair trade? Yes or no? What percentage of the public said, yes, this is a fair trade? So the trade is Najee Harris plus Darnell Mooney plus AJ Green for Saquon Barkley.
In my eyes, like I'm thinking about where these guys are getting drafted in like dynasty startups. If like you have the rookies mixed in there, Najee's a couple like Saquon's in a non-superflex league, like most likely the number 2 overall pick in these leagues. Najee is like a 3rd, 4th round pick. And I don't think Darnell Mooney and AJ Green, some of these late round wide receivers, are nearly enough to cover that gap. There's the youth in Najee. I know a lot of Dynasty Twitter is like youth obsessed. But man, is Saquon so good. Like he's one of those that are just like click on that side, but you're not even clicking on Saquon here. You're saying, is it fair? I'm going to say 19% said yes, it's fair.
19%.
Oh, wow. I just looked in the chat. Lots of people very much disagreeing with me. Woo!
Oh, wow. Holy cow. I just saw that.
Yeah, I'm locked in with 19%.
All right, Jorge, do you think the actual percentage is over or under 19%?
Do I have a complete misread on this?
I think I was thinking like in the 30s, so I'm going over on this one. I think it's I think Najee's going to, by the end of the season, is going to be very close to Saquon by himself, just because of the workload. And I love Darnell Mooney this year, but wow. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit. I think it's in the 30s, so over.
All right. Wow, this is historic. You guys have taken the over in every single poll.
Wow.
Really?
Every single poll today has been an over. All right. Well, we got a guess of 19%, a guess of over by Jorge. And then we got some guesses in the chat here. 88%. Wow. 81% who said yes, this is a fair trade. Jay said 38%. So he's saying it's not a fair trade. Ricky Butts with 33%. All right.
And Anthony is shocked at my guess. Just absolutely flabbergasted.
What?
Well, we'll see, Anthony. We shall see who's closer. If I'm closer than you, Anthony, then you have to say I like meat on your Twitter.
All right. Well, the actual percentage of people that said that this was a fair trade is 28%.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. I'll take it.
So you're both pretty close. Jorge, you were exactly right, I guess, guessing the over there. But Simon, you were pretty close. You were 9 percentage points away, which gives you 3 points. Jorge, you correctly guessed the over under, so you get 2 points. It's 15-12.
And Ricky Budd says, yes, he loves meat. And Anthony said, what the F? Yeah, that not what you expected. For some context, right? Anthony's vegan. I'm just messing with him. I'm not just telling a random guy to tweet out meat tweets.
Meat tweets.
Anthony, I'm with you about 95 to 98% of the time. So
nice. And Jail's vegetarian.
I am. All right. You guys ready for your last poll?
Yeah. I am. Do you happen to have pen and paper handy, Jorge? I did not tell you to bring it because that's my fatal flaw. If not, no worries. You can just reveal yours first, and I will write mine down ahead of time.
I will. I will put them. I will make a note.
Perfect.
Because I don't have a pen and paper nearby.
It's okay. All right.
That's on me.
It's all good.
Here is your final poll, fellas. Whoever wins this, reminder, if anyone hasn't played this before, as Simon stated in the beginning, this round's a little bit different. Both contestants are going to give us a percentage guess here. Closest to it wins 5 points. And since this game is within 5 points, whoever gets this one right will win the game. Woo-hoo. All right, here is the poll. What side do you prefer in Superflex Dynasty League? Patrick Mahomes or 4 2022 first-round draft picks? What percentage of the public chose Patrick Mahomes?
4 2022 firsts. Wow.
1,275 votes on this one.
Oh, God. I'm trying to think, like, my biggest weakness is valuing draft picks. Like, I struggle with that to this day, and this poll is just melting my mind right now, trying to, like,
wow. I mean, do you get the Do you get the absolute best quarterback who's 25, 26 years old? So you're going to get him for 10 years, 10, 15 years, maybe longer if he's on the Brady diet.
Brady diet.
Wow. Okay, I think I got an answer.
You got your answer?
Yeah.
Simon, you got yours?
No, not yet. I'm writing it down.
So how many are taking Mahomes, correct?
Yes. This is from the Mahomes perspective.
I do not feel good about this, but I got an answer.
All right. So you're both ready?
Yeah. If you want, I can reveal first. I can
All right,
voice
Jorge,
it.
why don't you voice yours first?
45.
45%. Okay. Simon?
I went slightly on the other side with 57%. I think maybe the name value of Patrick Mahomes, like I think maybe that's like just a borderline unpriceable asset in Dynasty. So I went with the over, but I'm not sure. 57.
All right.
Whew.
Good guess for that here. 52%. Marty with the 35. 41 from Ricky Butts. 54 from Joshua F. Fuster. All right. Anthony with the damn good guess, Jorge. Damn good
gracias.
guess. All right. Well, the actual percentage that shows Patrick Mahomes over for 2022. I can't do it. 2022.
2020.
I can't do 2022. There we go. First. 54%.
Oh,
Simon, you son of a gun.
Josh got it exactly right. Josh nailed it on the head.
54.
Josh guess 54?
Yeah, there it is. 54% from Josh. Whew. And Anthony said for the game. And Jay said, I missed the question. I'm going to guess 56. He got in there. And Rick saying Fuster cheated. And Anthony saying Josh MVP.
Josh isn't even on the show.
Josh is not on the show, but he killed it in the chat today, I guess. All right, thank you so much for coming and playing Poll Perception with us today. It came down to the last question, but I pulled out the win. I was on my A game today.
Take solace in the fact that he cheated.
Yeah, I fully cheated the entire time.
Look at Sancho back there. He knows all the
answers. He's just feeding them.
Next time I'll have Dino in with me, and he'll feed me. So so there's no. This isn't like in a fantasy league where you have a punishment if you lose, right?
No, not on this game. If you were on for fantasy, whenever you get knocked out, you have to make a horse noise. That's the punishment on that one. But we haven't come up with a poll perception. We haven't come up with a poll perception punishment yet. Maybe next time.
Oh man, I love seeing those tweets about people with when they lost or something like that. I actually saw someone with a license plate frame that said, "I finished in last place in fantasy." So
I love that.
Phenomenal.
That Waffle House one that took the world by storm was pretty entertaining to watch.
What's the Waffle House one?
You didn't see that, Simon? It's a whole thread. The guy had to spend 24 hours in a Waffle House.
No, that's awesome, though.
Every waffle he ate knocked an hour off of his time.
No, I didn't see that, but it makes me think how long I would actually end up staying in there.
It was bad. I'll send you, if I can find the thread, I'll send it to you. It was like super viral.
I feel like I could down some waffles pretty quick. Like I feel like I could put 10
back.
Thought
that too.
I think I could put 10 back in the first hour, no problem, and then I'd probably hit a wall.
You'd hit a big wall.
10 waffles? So big though.
Here's the move. I got to get some sort of dairy on top to push it through my digestive system. That way I can get out of there sooner. That's the game plan. Yeah, just a poor Waffle House bathroom. But I think that's the move. That's how you get out of that Waffle House quick. Sorry, Jorge. It happens every show. I don't know how it happens. It always somehow comes back to poop. It's probably my fault, but here we are yet again.
Well, Josh got us going on that one. So Josh,
you're right. Josh's fault.
I wish you a good salad and some whole wheat or something like that to push things through. So,
and Josh, stop texting and driving if you're the one driving. He said, "Dude, I miss you, Rick." Then he said, "Are you FYFing and driving, Josh?" And Josh said, "Always." That's
Quit it.
don't
Quit it.
F and drive, Josh. We will be so sad if we have to tell everyone that you died driving home while watching our stream. That would be the worst thing tomorrow. And I feel like people wouldn't believe us right away either because we just spew nonsense about where you are every
We're
time
not
you're gone.
respectable.
And so people would assume we were kidding about you dying in a car crash and was just like, oh, where's Josh? Don't make me go through that.
Very funny. Let me guess, with Jacques Cousteau trying to save the world.
Guys, before we go, there is something I wanted to tease on the show today. As you know, we have brought Jay and Dan onto the Front Yard Fantasy team recently, and there might be an announcement coming out on Twitter tonight about something that those guys are up to, planning. So be on the lookout for that on the Front Yard Fantasy Twitter. There is something from Jay and Dan coming your way through Front Yard Fantasy, and we're very excited to get that teaser out there, to get that pre-announcement out there for all you guys to start getting excited for like we are.
Conniving.
We are conniving.
Beautiful. The tease, it's awesome.
Jay texted me, was like, tease the teaser. Like, Simon, tease the teaser. Also, guys, if you are not following Jorge already, I said at the beginning of the show, I'll say it again now. Follow Jorge on Twitter at Jorge Martin 17. He is the man, as you could tell from today on the show, and a great follow, great analyst, great producer of content. So make sure you go follow him over on Twitter right now, and Familia FFB, and that is at Familia FFB.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. And, we've got our Beat Writer series that's going on right now. Actually, I just finished an interview a little bit before this with Mary Kay Cabot of the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
Nice.
So I'm going to drop that later today. She was phenomenal. And the great thing about these, it's like, they're like, I think it was like 28 minutes. She just dropped so much knowledge and just boom, right there. And it's all fantasy specific. So it's a lot of fun.
I'm excited to read that. That's awesome.
I don't know that there's a more like prolific or well-known beat writer.
The Mary Kay Cabot.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't believe it. I was happy she said yes, and I just sent her a blind email and just said, "Would you be up for this?" She's like, "Sure, let's do it." I'm like,
"Oh, that's amazing,
awesome!" So she said she's going to drop it. So I'll have we'll have the YouTube interview later today, and the with the podcast following in audio, and then interview the article in a few days after that. So definitely bites of the apple. And so we got Chiefs coming up, Buccaneers. We've already had a few good ones in the can. So it's just awesome. It's been a blast.
Very cool.
And where can people find those? Is that on your website where people are going to find all that content, or through your Twitter?
They'll find that. I'll put it up on my Twitter, and also we've got our own YouTube page called Familia FFB as well. So that's where the interviews are all going to be archived on there. So we probably got about a half dozen already in the can on there. So
very cool.
More to come.
That's awesome. I'm excited for that Mary Kay Cabot one. I'm going to check that out later today whenever you post it. We got Swamp in here saying, I'm a late. Who dat? At work, it's raining. I cry. Man,
so
just
Swamp. Such a hard
Swamp, you got to take a break. You got to go on vacation or something.
Yeah.
You're delivering too many sandwiches,
go on
man.
vacation with Josh.
Yeah, why aren't you at the beach with Josh? Anthony said, when Jorge says a few days after, he really means it, Simon.
Roasted.
God, just the sheer amount of hate I get for these mock draft review videos. I'm never promising anything again in my life. That's a lie. I promise the mock draft review will be out by tomorrow. I'm saying it again. You guys are gonna have a mock draft review tomorrow, Anthony. On Wednesday, baby. It's gonna be out there. We'll get it out there for you guys. Okay, guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jorge.
Oh, I was gonna say now, Simon. If you want to say your name, have you ever said your name in Spanish?
I have not.
So if you want to feel cool sometimes, extra cool, Simon. Which
he sometimes texts it to me in Spanish.
Yeah, I have my keyboard set in Spanish to help with my Duolingo, but then it autocorrects a lot of names to have accents over them. Like Eric Andre, Andre has an accent, and Simon has an accent over it. Simon, it does that all the time. Every time I type the word Jesus, it's Jesus 100% of the time. Not that I type it too often, but it does correct it.
Well, I will say, if you want to say, and if you ever want to say yes to something, a lot of times people, speaking Spanish will say Simon. So you got another feather in your arsenal.
There you go.
Wait, they'll say Simon to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Obviously C is the yes, but yeah, it's a lot of times Simon. So just a little Spanish lesson. So
Perfect. I'm gonna whip that up. I'll be in Mexico in like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna try that one out.
Yes,
There we go.
yes. People will look at you like, and then I'm going to warn you though. People will start talking to you in Spanish. And
Yeah, they're going to think you actually speak Spanish.
Whenever I went to Mexico City with my girlfriend, and she always claims she's proficient in Spanish. She grew up in South Texas and took a lot of Spanish. But we got to Mexico City, and the sheer panic in her face when someone started talking in Spanish to her was. I feel bad for laughing, but it was really funny. And then I got her good at the airport. We were going through customs. And she went first to talk to the lady at the counter. And I heard the lady ask like English or Spanish. And then I heard all the questions she asked. So I was behind her, like Google translating like the answers to those questions in Spanish real quick. And then I said Spanish, and Leanne's watching me just like go back and forth in Spanish. I have no idea what she's saying. I'm just assuming the questions are in the same order they were in English to Leanne. And we walked away, and Leanne was like, I didn't know you spoke Spanish. And I was like, I couldn't keep it up for her. I was like, I don't at all. I was just trying to get you.
That's hilarious.
Phenomenal. Yeah, it is different when you start talking to native speakers and the sheer speed that they speak. It's I have trouble keeping up, and I speak Spanish, but yeah. They speak so much. I speak as they like to say, I speak California Spanish, so it's a little more laid back, a little slower. But not the machine gun style. And actually, other parts of South America, like Venezuela, man, they speak so fast. It's like you don't even know what they're saying sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a Venezuelan guide on one of the tours that we went there, and he told us right before it started. He was like, "If I'm talking too fast, please tell me," because a lot of people here don't understand my Spanish. Anthony, you're killing it, man. What is that, level 400 on Duolingo?
Yeah.
You
should get that checked out, though. You should definitely not have one of those.
Yeah, no.
Call local animal control.
I just knew that's funny.
Okay, guys, I think that's it for us today. Jorge, thank you so much for coming on with us. I'm Simon, joined by JL and Jorge. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time playing some fantasy horse. Until then, we're out of here, everybody.
Bye.